Hi everyone, my name is Sarah and I will be your instructor for this course. I know sometimes when you're starting a new course and specifically when it's online, it can feel a little disconnected or disjointed from your instructor. So I want to ensure that right away you're seeing my face, you're hearing my voice, so we can make this a little bit more personal. So my name is Sarah Heldmann. You can just call me Sarah. I'm not a professor. You don't have to say Mrs. Heldmann. It makes me feel older than I already am. So Sarah works for me. In some courses, you may be asked to use credentials and things, and that's just to practice using professional communication. So a little bit about my educational background. I graduated from Ohio State in 2004 with my bachelor's degree in human development and family sciences, with my emphasis on early childhood education and early childhood development. And then in 2014, I graduated from Owens with my Associate of Applied Science in Occupational Therapy Assisting. So I've been working as an occupational therapy assistant since 2014. And prior to that, all of my work experience was in the disability community as well. So after my name, you may have noticed a bunch of alphabet soup. So I'll explain to you what that means. So the COTA/L means that I'm a certified occupational therapy assistant licensed. So certification is something that we receive from an agency called NBCOT. So if you graduate or when you graduate from the occupational therapy assistant program at Owens, you have to sit for a credentialing exam through NBCOT and you earn your C. And then the other letter that you have to earn is your L or your license, and that's from the state where you're getting licensed. So many of you will probably get licensed in the state of Ohio. The ACUE or AQ stands for the Accrediting College of University Educators. And I was invited a few years ago by Owens to participate in some continuing education where I earned a credential in effective online teaching. I've really been able to implement a lot of the things that I learned in that program into your online course and hopefully make it a more meaningful learning environment for all of you. And then lastly, my ATP is my Assistive Technology Professional Credential. So just like I had to be certified through NBCOT to be an occupational therapy assistant, I'm also certified through an organization called RESNA as an assistive technology professional. My work experiences as an occupational therapy assistant include working school-based. So I've worked both in public schools as well as schools that are specialized for students that are significantly impacted by their disability. So I worked in a school specific to children with mental health diagnoses, and then a school specific to children with autism diagnoses. And they were impacted in such a way that they weren't able to attend kind of traditional public school. I also worked at Sunshine Communities in Maumee, Ohio, which is an organization that works with individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities across the lifespan. In that agency, I worked primarily in early intervention, so with kiddos in the 0 to 3 age group. I currently work at the Wood County Board of Developmental Disabilities, so I do have a full-time job outside of teaching. At my role at the Wood County Board, I work with individuals ages 3 through end of life, and we actually do a consultative model of occupational therapy. So I'm often kind of responding to things that are happening acutely, and then I offer some suggestions to the team, and I'm kind of back out. So I'm not seeing people in a more prescriptive model where I'm seeing them a couple times a week for an hour or something like that. The picture here on the left is of me taken from a news clip in our assistive technology demonstration home. So I do a lot of work with assistive technology, which are tools or product systems that help people be more independent. And then I've been adjunct faculty at Owens since 2015. I teach in the Occupational Therapy Assistant program. I've also taught the Interprofessional Education or IPE course and Language of Medicine, and I'm teaching some Language of Medicine courses this fall as well. Some fun facts about me. I have two sons. So Ray is the one on top there. He told me I couldn't lift him anymore, so I had to prove him wrong, of course. And then Sam is the one on the bottom. Ray is entering his senior year of high school at Toledo School for the Arts. He is a musical theater and jazz vocal kiddo. So this fall, he'll be in the fall musical. They're doing Spam-A-Lot, if there's any theater nerds out there like myself. And then Sam on the bottom there, Sam is in college, just like you all. He goes to the University of Toledo, and he's in the mechanical engineering program. So those are my two sons. They both live at home with me, so you may hear some stories about them, whether they like it or not. I love to read. I read a lot, and I listen to a lot of audiobooks. I do a lot of driving for work, going to home visits, so I plow through audiobooks pretty quickly. I'm a very extroverted person, so a lot of my free time is spent out and about, hanging out with my family and friends. But when I needed like a little time to myself, I'm usually doing some sort of arts and craft hobby. Lately, I've been doing a ton of quilting, so I've been saying I'm in my grandma era. I'm not a grandma, but I have some grandma hobbies. And I love to travel. I love to visit national park sites. Just before the start of this semester, Ray and I are going to New York City, and we are checking out some colleges there, actually. Some things that past students might tell you is that I know everyone. I'm pretty connected in our community and in the OT world, locally, statewide, and on a national level as well. I absolutely hate glitter. It makes me itchy just thinking about it. So please don't use glitter in my courses. It's really just a bad, like, ugh, I don't like it. I tend to grade quickly. I kind of pride myself on giving you feedback quickly. And I put a lot of effort into grading. I give you feedback. So it's important to me that you're reading that feedback and improving your work over time. So the grading process, I think, is reciprocal, meaning I'm giving you feedback, but I'm going to ask that you read it, digest it, and implement that feedback as well. Students might say that I'm tough on them, but I'm always willing to help you be successful. And I think the reason I can tend to be a little tough on students is because I am so passionate about the world of occupational therapy and making you all the best possible practitioners that you can be. So if you need to get in touch with me, and when you need to get in touch with me, email is the best form of communication. Like I said, I work full-time during the day. I do tend to check my email pretty regularly, especially at the start of the semester. Like I'll check it in the morning before I go to work. I usually check it on my lunch break, and then I'll check it in the evening. But I'm not McDonald's. I'm not open 24/7, so I do have some boundaries. I try not to check my email on the weekend, so plan ahead if you have an assignment due that you're asking during the week. I will only respond to email from your Owens email. So don't email me, from your Gmail or anything like that. Don't Facebook message me, things like that. Just use the Owens email. And then if you could please include what course you're emailing me about. So if it's OTA 111, put that in the subject line. If it's HIT 125, please put HIT 125 as well as your section number. That just helps me navigate to your Blackboard shell and find you a little bit faster. If you have a question about a grade or an assignment that you've submitted, it just helps me find you faster and get you feedback faster. So that's a little bit about me. Please, especially in this online environment, make sure that you're reaching out with any questions that you have, and we'll make this a really great semester. Thanks, everyone.